Welcome to night number 136 of History Bedtime Stories in our pajamas in bed. And tonight's episode, it actually comes from a question sent to us through Facebook from Chris. Chris says, "Hi, I'm Chris. I'm 47 and a half. With baseball back in America, do you have any favorite baseball stories?" Well, Chris, I'm glad you asked because I do. I actually love baseball. My husband loves baseball. We watch it a lot at our house. But my very favorite baseball Detroit story actually involves the great Bambino, the Sultan of SWAT, Babe Ruth, and the Yankees here in Detroit to play our very own Tigers. It's 1929. The game's at Navin Field, and now, Babe Ruth, historically, huge prankster. He loved a practical joke. He loved riling up teammates and competitors. And a former Tiger named Ed Wells, who was now playing for the Yankees, was sort of Ruth's victim. Following the game at Navin Field, Ruth tells Wells, "Hey, listen, Ed, I know these girls. They love to drink. They're big partiers. We're going to go over to their house tonight. Double date. It's going to be great." And Ed Wells is like, "All right, babe, if that's what we're doing, let's go." So Babe Ruth stops and gets gin and a big bag of oranges to use as an orange juice mixer. He gets Ed Wells in the car. They drive over to this house. And Babe kind of bounds out of the car, races up the porch, knocks on the door, and Ed Wells is expecting to see two beautiful young women come to the door, and instead this giant of a man in an undershirt comes to the door, takes one look at them and says, "So you're the scum who's been fooling around with my wife." And Ed goes to run. And this man in his undershirt yelling at Babe Ruth pulls out a snub-nosed revolver. And Ruth yells to Ed, "Run for your life, Ed, run, run." Ed takes off running, expecting to be shot in the back. The gun is fired twice at point-blank range at Babe Ruth. Wells bolts, races all the way back to the book Cadillac. And when he runs into the lobby, he's met by Yankees teammates. And they all just look grim and aghast and terrified. And they say, Ed, it's bad. Babe's been shot. He's been shot by a man. He was sleeping with his wife. You have to go see him. It's not looking good." Ed is terrified, but he makes his way up the elevator. He comes out the hall. He walks down the hall. He opens the door, and laying on the bed is Babe Ruth, white as a sheet because he's put talcum powder into his face to make him look pale and like he's lost blood. Ketchup had been liberally applied all over the book Cadillac bed sheets. And Ed sees this, sees the Yankees standing around weeping, and passes out. Ed Wells later says he's woken up by the laughing, by just the hysterical guffaws of all of the Yankees, and Babe Ruth sitting on the edge of the bed eating a ham sandwich going, "Well, Ed, I guess you're easy to tease." Ed said he never trusted Babe Ruth again, but laughed about it later in life. Ruth's humor really did at times border on cruelty, but it seemed to bond the team together. And they did sadly beat the Tigers 4-0 in a 4-game series here at Navin Field. Wash your hands. I hope you're enjoying History Bedtime Stories. I will see you tomorrow night.